All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and continue with the trend of revisiting things that I used to enjoy in the past, and I guess developing a new perspective on it with my big age. So I'm scrolling down on Twitter, minding my business, and I saw this post. Right, this post goes: Mario got on a song and called a woman stupid for 3 minutes. LMAO. So in my brain, I'm like, what Mario song are they talking about? So I started to do the science, and then I'm like, nah, it can't be that. It can't be this. So I'm scrolling down the responses, right? And they were talking about "Let Me Love You" by Mario, which is like a Dirty Mac anthem.
It's a Dirty Mac classic.
It's a classic on hating on another nigga to get his girl, right? So I'm like, you know what? Let me be fair. Let me go look up the lyrics and see if he was truly insinuating that she's stupid, right? So I'm gonna read. Everybody's unless you've been living under a rock, you've heard this song before. So let me read some of the lyrics, right? He starts by saying, "Baby, I just don't get it." Like, translation, you not making any sense to me. Are you stupid, slow, or dumb? Do you enjoy being hurt?
That's nasty. That is nasty.
I'm like, okay, let me keep reading. Then the third line, I know you smell the perfume and you've seen the makeup on his shirt. Like, at this point, you blindfully being obtuse about this situation because the facts are there. You could visibly, the nigga smell like he been cheating. He looked like he been cheating. What else do you need to lead this nigga? And then he goes, you don't even believe his stories. You know that they're all lies. Bad as you are, you stick around. I just don't know why. At this point, I'm like, oh, he's just saying the bitch don't know her worth at this point. So
Who raised you?
Yeah, so one of my favorite things, like I said, has been going back to my childhood and grabbing like a favorite memory of mine and dissecting it with my human brain, my adult brain, and just having a good laugh. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that to the pod and see who else kind of like can visualize what I'm seeing when I read the lyrics.
No, you R&B niggas is nasty, and like I think something else actually along the same lines came across my timeline that song with I think it's like Nelly and I think it's Ashanti, where it's like they say, oh, y'all crazy if you really think that this is a love song type shit. And it's like, I forgot the fucking song, but it's like, I've been seeing, there's been like a lot more meetings into lyrics back in the day, but we didn't really realize because we were so young.
Yeah, for sure. Welcome to another episode of These Are the Aesthetics. I go by the name of Cheech, a.k.a. the ladies' favorite broadcaster, a.k.a. Mr. Consistency, a.k.a. I'm outside this summer. I'm outside, man. I'm outside for a little bit, responsibly, of course. But yeah, man, it feels. I mean, it's been raining all week. The weather has been kind of shitty. But there's a lot to do, man. We live in South Florida. I think it's time to start taking advantage of that and being outside, because I think we do take that for granted because we live here. You feel me?
For sure. And I go by the name of Gary, a.k.a. In Gary We Trust, a.k.a. Mr. Sneaker Convo, a.k.a. Please keep me out your group chat.
Why'd you say that? Did something happen?
I'm seeing a lot of things where I'm like, I don't have to know this.
People oversharing pretty much on social media.
A lot of people, a lot of relationships. It's like, trust, we won't get into it, but it's like, there's like a lot of shit where it's like people really recorded and hit upload.
Yeah.
That's just been like my reaction to like a lot of shit. And it's like, on both sides, it's not just women, it's men too. I've been seeing it on both parties. Actually, wait, before we get into the topics, it is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. So I have to ask, how are you doing as a man? I appreciate.
You know what? It's funny you ask, because I've been going through that. I'm just joking. But I'm fine, bro. Thanks for asking. We didn't even do the usual check-in because it's just me and you today. But I'm fine, man. I just, again, you know my character. Like, I really don't ask for help or don't bother my friends unless something is literally killing me and I have no other option. But I do think, like, I urge any man out there that's going through anything to just find healthier ways to communicate that or to find help. And there's different types of therapies out there. There's speech therapy. You can actually go in person. Sometimes they could give you, there's touch therapy. There's all types of ways to help you cope with whatever you're going through. If you do have vices like drinking and doing drugs, I urge you to do those in moderation, because you don't have nobody to really stop you from feeling good in the moment. Exactly. But yeah, man, just be open and talk to somebody you can trust. And worst case scenario, Jesus still is out there, guys. It never fails to pray and release your issues to the big dog. And if you believe that and you could feel his manifestation in your life, I think that could be, your last resort or the only resort for you if you have nowhere else to go or no one to turn to. So
yeah, well, man,
not to be on some preachy shit. I'm just
after you've been on some preachy shit.
This is not a religious podcast.
But I'm doing okay. Like, literally, I'm just, like, taking it day by day. I even woke up this morning, yesterday, and I'm like, I felt like you know those days where you kind of wake up on the wrong side of the pillow? So it's like, when I'm literally just waking up, I'm just thinking, like, even though, I'm kind of pissed in the morning, but it's like, there's a lot of stuff I can be happy for. One, that, like, I have a job, I have good health to my knowledge, I have my friends, my family is always there. And also when I have, like,
you forgot to name your your fiance.
Yes, yeah. Of course. That's because, like, she's so important to me. It doesn't have to be mentioned every single time.
That's boy good. Boy good.
Hate y'all niggas. Wait, but speaking of being in relationships, like, ladies, I want to let you know, like, this month, let your man just play video games. Yeah. That's all. For men's mental health, because men don't really, like, need much at the end of the day.
Ask for much.
Or ask for much. And actually, what I've been bringing that up too, I was having a conversation with Gael, and I was like, I told her one of my favorite Cheech quotes.
You always insert me in some bullshit. Nah, what is one of your favorite Cheech quotes?
I remember Cheech. I don't know if Cheech had a bad day at work or something, where it's like, bro, I don't understand, bro. People want to just call you, nag on the phone, rant to you, always ask me for money. Just once, I want to get a text from some woman saying, you know what? How are you doing? Here's $20 for lunch. Can I suck your dick?
Yes! Yes! And you know what's triggering? And that's something I'm gonna tell you what's a trigger.
Men don't get these texts.
I'm gonna tell you what's a big trigger for me when we have those talks that involve the women in our lives. And you tell that to another woman, you know what they always say that piss me the fuck off? It's just the bitches you fucking with. If I like somebody, trust me, I do it all. I cook, I clean, I shut up, I suck dick. It's like, when we get you, you stop doing it after 3 months. But okay. All right.
So I'm just saying.
I'll hang on for as long as I can.
But yes, ladies, this is the month for that. Yes, this is
yeah, it's nice to feel appreciated. It's a nice
this month.
Small things like Gary. You get a haircut every 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah. I think I'm not saying your woman doesn't do it. If she does, I apologize. But I'm just giving an example. It's cool to be like, hey, babe, hey, I want to sponsor your haircut, this time. Or hey, did you eat? Not, I'm hungry. What do you want? What are we gonna eat? But no, hey. Did you eat? I know your favorite thing is this. Yeah. Here's $20. Go and get some food on me, On me. Let me leave you alone for 2 hours of the day, Let me don't call you about, But anyway.
Exactly. Of course.
In a perfect world, that's.
But yes, June is men's mental health, even though it is Gael's birthday, but not gonna dive too much into it.
See, this is what gets you in trouble, and then you act like it's.
But anywho,
because what you really trying to say is what must we get? She infiltrated. She found a way to get in. That's what you really want to say. Because I know you, but you're not going to say it, and I'm going to sound like the...
topic.
Yeah, I know. All right, so the next topic, honestly, like I was starting to say, I thought we was gonna leave the Offset, Cardi B, and Steffon Diggs shit in the past, at least for now.
Topic. This is a 2020.
But seems like it's the topic of the summer. And the latest move, I don't know if it's some bitch nigga shit or some clever nigga shit. I don't know if it's lawyer games or publicity games. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But to let you guys know out there what we talking about, reports came out that Offset is requesting spousal support because
Amen.
Cardi B, you know, they have kids together, they were married, and she makes a significantly more amount of money than he does. She's worth way more. She has a lot more going on. And that fucking sent the internet in a fucking frenzy.
I think this week I've never seen any more bitch ass nigga shit ever in my life.
Correct.
Those three words, bitch ass nigga, I've never seen those words anytime more than this week.
Correct. So now, before we give our takes, the funniest response I've seen, Summer Walker posted it. And she goes, Lord, the men you sent to provide for us want to stick their hand in our purses. And
that's the same one with three baby daddies, I think.
Yeah. Correct. Now, although I enjoy Summer Walker's music, again, not the time nor the place or the person that should be speaking on this, number one. And number two, it's always the people that are misinformed about the topic that want to speak the fastest on the topic. But yeah, how do you feel about everything? Because a lot of people are saying it's in response to what Cardi B had her lawyer ask for, and this is his response. And obviously, you know, lawyers play lawyer games, so they wanted to expose what he wanted to make him look like a bitch-ass nigga to the public. So yeah, how do you feel about spousal support, Offset as a rapper and as a man requesting that? And how do you feel about the women that feel some type of way about giving it up?
Okay, with spousal support now, because obviously it seems like when people like get divorces and stuff, it's like I understand as like the court system how they view it is usually it's the man that makes a lot of money, quote unquote, in a lot of cases, not every time, but in a lot of cases, where he makes so much money where it's like when you marry a woman, they take it as like, oh, she was already accustomed to this lifestyle. She, even though she was eating caviar and prime steak every day, you can't just go to like canned foods and stuff. So it's like she has to continue to live this certain lifestyle. So even though I never really understood, because if I'm gone, I'm gone. This is how I look at it. And even if I was like with someone who makes more money than me, and it's like, no, let me finish. I always view things as like, all right, hey, if we're not together, you don't have to supply me. I don't gotta supply you. If it's done, it's done. Cool. But America has groomed us and trained our brain where it's like, no, spousal support is a thing, even if there's no kids involved.
Correct.
So as I'm seeing a lot of rich men get these divorces and a lot of women getting a lot of bags, like a lot of money, it's like a lot of spousal support. Most famously, Jeff Bezos is one ex-wife. I think she got like half his fortune, and so she never got to work a day in her life.
Correct.
But now, if I'm accustomed to seeing that, why can't men? If a man is dating a woman that like makes a lot more money than him, why not request it?
Well, funny you should ask. Let me give you a scenario.
Just say, why not request it?
All right. So I'm gonna apply this directly to you, and if you feel like answering, you can.
Probably
if you don't, I understand. Your lady is currently in the entertainment field.
Yes.
She's a screenplay writer, right? Let's say she wrote Grey's Anatomy or Law and Order, something syndicated, won multiple awards, and she's Now, when you met her, she was still a struggling writer, and you invested all your time, all your money, all those hours at night listening to her stories and what she wants to write and her ideas. And she finally getting that big bag, like that Dick Wolf bag, like Criminal Minds, like shit that's been on TV since we were 5. How would you then react to this? Because a lot of men can't picture themselves being in that predicament because they're macho man, manly man. I make more than my wife anyway. I'll never be in that predicament. But to the guy that the wife is kicking ass Like you dating Shonda Rhimes. How do you feel?
Well, I bought the pens. I bought the batteries to the computer.
Yeah. The moral support over the years.
But just say it. Like, one, I never see myself leaving my fiance.
Oh, yes, of course.
Well,
Answer the fucking question.
But honestly, no. Like, realistically, I would not ask for anything, really, because I couldn't really live knowing that, hey, if I'm literally marrying another woman, like, if I'm literally marrying another woman, I'm like, oh wait, my ex-wife didn't give me my allowance this month. I'm sorry, I can't live like that.
So you just get your 30 pairs of sneakers and leave. That's what you're telling me. You're gonna leave the mansion that you've been living in here for 10 years plus. Okay, I respect it. For me,
can I get one general release sneaker a month? Never mind. What were you saying?
I mean, listen. I think it's honestly, I think Offset is hurt, and he's honestly using that as a way to hurt her in the pockets, because clearly, like, most women, they'll give you a lot of chances, but once they're over the situation, they're all over the situation. And I think now he's starting to, the chicken are coming over the roost now. So I feel like he's starting to feel some of the pain he put her through over the years, and she's getting her lick back, whether it's for fun, whether she actually liked this nigga, but his chest is hurting. And sometimes when you can't hurt somebody physically, you try to hit them in the pockets where it hurt. Because again, we live in a country where lifestyle is what they promote to us. The lifestyle of the rich and famous. You watch these shows like Love and Hip Hop, Real Housewives. They're literally showing you, hey, I married a cool or rich guy or a rich woman, and this is what my life is because I'm associated with that person. So I do essentially, in my core as a man, feel like this is some bitch nigga shit. Because one, you've been famous longer than her. You damn near in one of the top groups of all time at this very moment. The Migos were very impactful. You've been famous longer. You've been getting money longer. And again, I don't care if you invest in your woman while you was with her. Now you're not with her no more. Like, you can't really have a say or control over her pockets. You get what I'm saying? Especially if these things were not talked about. There was no prenuptial agreement going into the wedding. I think I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
And like the one thing I would say about it, because like I don't think I gave my take yet, but yes, like I agree that Offset is out of pocket for this for sure. And I honestly don't think that he really wants the money. It's just the fact that like he's just being petty at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, how I view Cardi B and Offset is like I see these as two very depressed individuals. You can't tell me someone who's in a relationship that those two are happy. There's no way. Because like I'm sorry, it's like Offset, like, even though, yes, it does look fly that you on a beach with multiple bad bitches, I get it. You posting your Ferrari, your jewelry, you in the club, this and that.
What you hurt?
I'm coming from a man, if you coming from a domestic home environment, know you got your wife and your kids there, and you give that up to be back outside, because let's be honest, even though I know it's summertime, it's a horrible time to say this, but nobody really wants to go back outside, if we really being honest.
Especially if you don't got the money to really play outside like that, yeah.
Hello, but yeah. But there's a lot of stuff that I wish that like doesn't have to be expressed on the internet. And by the way, Cardi B, obviously I don't make the money that you make, but fam, when you going online to listen to your expenses, I think you can cut back on some shit. Because you can't tell me that you give $3,000 to your cousin to babysit only two of your kids. You have $10,000 for a driver for just your kids. $900 a week on piano lessons. I'm sorry, like no disrespect. I don't think you raising Beethoven. And on the fourth tip, it's like, a lot of these expenses you can literally cut back on. All I'm saying, and I'm not saying that she's pressed for cash, but it's like the last thing I want to say about really just like the money that she's spending on her kids. I'm not saying you can give your kids the world, but at the end of the day, I see why a lot of y'all rappers only be rich for a certain period of time in your life.
Yeah, and I think the last thing to wrap up and change to a different topic is like I know society is being progressive, but I still think the core of who you are and what makes our gender unique is like shouldn't change that much, that drastic. Like we talking about us as being men. Like we used to be There used to be a lot more mechanics, a lot more plumbers. Like, we used to build houses. We used to go to war. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
Now we work from home.
Now we niggas work from home. Now we got computers doing everything, and it's like niggas want to get in a feminine bag, and this is the bitch ass mentality that's causing you to go ask your wife for some money because you can't maintain your own lifestyle now. You need support, you know. But anyway, leaving that, part of the topic, you know, that whole Cardi B Offset saga, when they were on the boat, Steffon Diggs was seen with a white substance.
Sniper of the year.
A pink substance.
Pink substance.
Pink substance.
And it wasn't pink horsepower.
Yeah. So there's been a lot of alleged names for what that substance is. It's none of my business. I don't really care. I really enjoy, like, the man was having a good time. Clearly. Off season. I mean, he has to carry himself professionally on and off the field. But, again, niggas are going to do nigga shit, especially a young, rich nigga. So I can't hold him to the highest standard in the world because God knows what I would be doing with $30 million a year. You feel me? So, but, yeah, some people were saying, like, he might get cut from the Patriots because that's where he's currently playing or about to start playing with. Because they say the organization is super strict, and you know the owner don't play with nothing like that. Like, you know, he could lose his contract and so on and so forth. I never looked at it like that. I'm gonna speak from my perspective because one, after the Patriots have lost, after Tom Brady retired and they lost Belichick as a coach, I don't think they're as relevant of a team as they used to. I can't personally name 5 Patriot players right now if you put a gun to my head. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like, and also, not only is the Patriots a sports team, but it's also a business. You get what I'm saying? The fact that they signed, you know, Steffon Diggs, his jerseys are starting to sell. You get what I'm saying? Like, people are paying tickets to go see him at practice camps. You know, people are buying game tickets, his fans, to come see him. So I do think a business aspect is I don't think he's going to get cut. I think they're probably going to fine him. Yeah. Or they're going to make him sit out a couple of practices and games to make a statement to show that they're taking this seriously. But, yo, man, he's a young nigga doing drugs and he's not on the clock. I'm not saying I condone this type of behavior, but I don't think that's the worst that we've seen athletes and artists do on their spare time.
Yeah, I think this is the first time like Cheech said something about like a celebrity and didn't say allegedly.
But we seen the footage.
I know you would still say allegedly. Did he allegedly beat Cassie?
Nah, I'll never go that far. Oh my God.
He gave her a hug.
I'd never go that far.
But what I was saying is, like, with Steffon Diggs, like, one, I'm not really a big fan of football, but I have, like, Cheech's favorite, like, quote, I have eyes and a brain. When I see an NFL star go on multiple teams in a very short period of time, that's usually on your way out of the league. That's what I'm saying. But as far as, like, with Steffon, like, on the boat, like you said, the Patriots are not having been in, like, the best, like, state of place as far as, like, where they are as, like, a dynasty or just, like, the level where they're at in the NFL right now. So I don't see him getting boot, but I definitely do see him probably getting fined. But I don't think, bro, this man, like, he does it the right way. I know there's no right way to do drugs, but he does it the right way. As far as, like, he will post that he's at a party, probably doing some crazy shit, but then literally the next day he posts some shit where he's like, bro, he's working out. Like, he's literally training for the fucking, like, championship type shit.
And low-key, what I liked about the video, it sounds fucked up, guys. Cover your ears. Thank God he didn't offer them the drugs. The girls asked for it. So, in a way, consent was involved. He said, hey, go try a small portion of this. Come back to me.
Don't use all of it.
Don't use all of it. Hey, restrictions. Don't do all the coke. Bring some back or leave some for me.
And we gonna have fun together.
Yeah. So, I do like, women were there at their own free will. They weren't kidnapped. They had bikinis on. They were having a ball in the boat. So, again, I'm not saying it makes it right. I joke around all the time on this pod. Like, I have enough dick discipline for $1 million. Me with Steffon Diggs' money would be I would be in Brazil right now, going crazy. So
He just mentioned Brazil in the last 3
I
episodes.
I can't even judge the man for living his life. Again, he's off the clock. As a leader, as somebody that we look up to or other athletes look up to, he should behave a certain way. But again, guys, let's be real. Not everybody is LeBron. Not everybody is going to be fighting for a cause. Not everyone is going to be Muhammad Ali. I'm fighting on the ring. I'm fighting outside of the ring. Like, niggas literally want to have fun and enjoy the money that they bust their ass to make because they putting their lives at risk on the field every Sunday for a pleasure. So
That's true. But like I said, and by the way, this year Steffon Diggs, you can't be injured. Just saying, you got to play the whole season.
yeah. Rumors surfaced online that Vanessa Bryant was pregnant. Vanessa Bryant is the wife of the late Kobe Bryant, who's a very beloved figure in the NBA. He's in a lot of people's top 3 conversations, top 5 conversations. Not only is he a beloved figure, but he's actually like a crazy basketball player that's done a lot for the game, the evolution of the game. And he's just a kind guy that we all looked up to because of his work ethic, his mentality, and just how he just played the game, right?
And he passed 4 years ago.
He passed almost 5 years ago. He passed in 2020. So rumors were floating online that his wife might be pregnant, right? Mm-hmm. And I see her getting a lot of backlash, right? Even though later on she clarified that she's not pregnant and she's going to enjoy her summer being baby-free, this and that. But it's just like, guys, at some point, Vanessa Bryant, Lauren London are going to get new dick. I know this is crazy to believe that women got urges. Women are not going to suppress their needs for whatever. Like, guys, these guys did not go to the army and they're coming back home. These guys, unfortunately, have transitioned to the other side. Like, these women deserve to be loved again. They deserve to be happy again. I was just against the backlash she was getting because, one, she's grown. She don't owe anybody any explanations. And it's been, honestly, enough time has passed that if she pops up with somebody, that it's cool. Now, my only caveat to that, it cannot be Kobe's friend or an old teammate. Because damn, have you been looking at this nigga the whole time I've been alive when we practicing? Like, that would look crazy. But if she wants some new dick, who the fuck are we to tell her what to do?
That is true. So, I have some takes. Obviously, like, you said that there is rumors that she was pregnant. Where do you hear the rumors from?
The internet.
The internet. There was no like general consensus that, oh, is she pregnant? I haven't seen a picture of her looking like a little heavy or anything. By the way, I think most people that heard this rumor, she pushed it damn near by reacting to it. My personal opinion is she probably went on the internet one day and someone says like, oh, is you this and that? Are you pregnant, quote unquote? And I felt like she posted that meme with Rihanna saying that, she's just minding her business, quote unquote, whatever. And it's like, I just kind of looked at it as like weird, where it's like, you didn't have to do it, because if there was a rumor, the rumor wasn't that big as far as for us to talk about it. Like, literally the only reason why we're talking about it is because you reacted to it, if I'm being 100% honest. And like you said, it's not crazy that, if your like late husband passed away almost 5 years ago, clearly we know you're going to get into another relationship, you're going to get new dick. Obviously, with that post, I was more upset by it, but I was like, all right, now you're just telling the world that, yes, you're getting dick. Which we understand that it was going to happen eventually. Now, my personal thing, even though it's not true, I'm going to ask you first to get some heat off me. Mm-hmm. Would you be pissed if she had another kid?
I think
she has the right to do whatever she wants.
Look,
How would you feel if she had another kid?
I applaud it because it's a void that's there now. Because Gigi was fairly young when she passed away, and a lot of couples that I speak to, especially the ones I experienced like the burden of having a miscarriage, they urge them to go try again, because again, you're not gonna mourn. The best way to mourn something in a healthy way is to just speak life into something else, or to be around life outside of it. So if she chooses to have another kid, I will literally applaud it. Now, what I don't think is necessary because of the name and the legacy of Kobe Bryant is for her to remarry. If you go and pick up somebody else's last name, it's going to look corny on her end because, unfortunately, it's your job now to carry on his legacy and to keep that alive. You get what I'm saying? Not that I'm saying his basketball stats are going to go away and we're going to stop talking about Kobe, but you are in charge of his estate. If you're going to enjoy my money while you're dead, bitch, every year you better post me up. You better do something. Wear my jersey around the house. Do something to make me feel like all my hard work didn't go in vain because I'm not here anymore.
You see, I actually won't be upset. I wouldn't be upset if she got remarried, especially like I'm pretty sure if she did get married, she would have to hyphenate her name just to like for the estate.
Nah, we're not doing that.
Let me finish. I would actually feel some type of way if she actually had another kid more than getting married. I don't know why. That would just be like, I don't really suggest it. You have the freedom to do what you want, but I think I see people be more of an uproar if she has another kid rather than getting married.
All right, well, I'm gonna shock the world again. Lauren London and Vanessa Bryant, they have a lot of money.
Yeah,
with that money buys them discretion. Women are smarter and swifter than men when it comes to getting dick. just like we can go we could go out the country or go to a bar and meet somebody. Like when you have that urge or when they're ovulating or women are more aggressive when they want sex more than men. Like for all we know, the pool boy that's been cleaning the pool been cracking. The trainer she trains with been flipping her. When she goes on vacation to escape the U.S., she might meet a fucking brolic bartender that cracked her in Mexico for all we know. Like, women are swift, bro.
As long as they're not wearing Kobe's, that's cool with me.
And you know what helps with that? You know what helps with that is solid niggas that are willing to keep it P out of respect for her situation. Right. So, honestly, she could be getting fucked right now through the mattress every night. We won't know because, one, the nigga is enjoying a lifestyle that he did not provide, courtesy of Kobe. Two, I get to fuck this woman and not really have to go out of my way to change her life and be seen with her. A lot of men are taking that trade-off. You feel me? Especially a young, hungry nigga in college or a nigga that's working out every day that got no better way to go and have nothing going on for himself. Exactly. So
but she can do whatever she wants. She literally renewed the Nike and Kobe contract, so...
Yeah, bro. Look, dog, I've been outside. I've seen women fuck the bartender, the security guy at the door of the club, the promoter, like the pool boy. It'd be rich nigga's wife that fuck the pool boy. You know how much of a slap in the face that is? But, you haven't been paying me any attention while you living in this $40 million house. It's crazy. So, like I said, I want them to do what the fuck they want to do. And you'd be stupid to know that these fine women are not getting cracked out here. Like, I don't put it past anybody.
That's true.
All right. To jump into the next topic. All right. Let's briefly the New Orleans shit. Yo, the 10 prisoners that escaped. It's gotta be like a TV show online because people are literally betting on who's getting caught first, how many people, how they get caught.
Real bets.
Yeah. So how do you feel about all this shit? I think it's sad because even some of their families are getting tied up in this shit, getting arrested because they're becoming accessories to the crime for hiding them or sending them money. Like, how do you feel about this shit? And these niggas are not making it easier on themselves, by the way. They popping up online, making Facebook accounts.
Fail. Seen a nigga in a music video.
Yeah, that shit crazy.
Like, at times like this is why I wish the Boondocks is back. Because every time I go on Instagram, it's like a Boondocks episode. Like, apparently out of the 10 inmates that escaped the New Orleans prison, I think there's 2 still at large. Yeah. And believe it or not, the nigga with the face tattoos I think he's gonna be the last one to get caught. In my eyes. Now, if I was that nigga, I would say, bro, I don't know why you still on U.S. ground. That's just me. But still. As far as, like, what pisses me off is that, like, I get it that, like, family members is, like, honestly, as safe as, like, grandma tried to, like, help one of them out or your aunt, like, hey, you can stay over here, this and that. What pisses me off is that the niggas is doing IG lives. Like, what makes you think if you on the run, every police officer, every fed in the country is looking for your face, you decide to have a freaking video in, like, a freaking house? that's easy identifiable in the community.
Yeah, man, I tell niggas all the time. If I could see you on IG, the feds could see you on IG.
Bro, it has to be being a detective has to be one of the easiest jobs in the world.
Oh, with social media?
Niggas is snitching on themselves.
Yeah, that's a fact. And on top of that, if I'm on the run, one, I'm not staying in the U.S. Two, if I'm asking family for help, whatever happened to cash? Grandma, don't wire me the money. Go to the bank. I'll meet you at this fucking restaurant I've been going to since I was 3. Give it to me in a brown paper bag. No. And honestly, the last thing on my mind would be reaching out to family unless I reach a point where I'm safe and I don't have to look over my shoulder, man. Again, to be a criminal, you used to be able to have to be smart enough to commit crimes and not get caught. So these niggas are showing you why they got caught in the first place, because you can't even last 2 weeks out here without being caught again.
Bro, I just don't get it, bro. It's like we live in a society where it's like a lot of niggas like really take their phone out their pocket, record, and hit upload, and think that that was an amazing idea. Like,
while they're snitching on themselves.
Yeah. I just don't get it. I just don't get it. Like, this is why I'm a law-abiding citizen. If one of my family members is on the run, nigga, I'm calling the cops myself because they looking at my house too.
Well, don't come here. Don't come here. Please don't come here.
You can't come. You can't come to my parents' house like, yo, Gary, I haven't had your dad's curry chicken in 10 years, nigga. Okay, like you broke the law.
Yeah. Well, first of all, don't commit crimes, and if you are gonna commit crimes, don't involve your family members and get everybody caught up with you, because that used to be one of the rules. Like, commit your crimes by yourself so nobody can snitch on you when you get caught. So yeah, man, be smart out here, be safe. And again, guys, it's 2025. I know the world is progressive, but you know what's still available for you to get? A job. You know what brings you stability? A job. You know what makes you become a regular functioning member in society? A job. So, yeah, there's certain things I shouldn't go out of style. Again, I know niggas could sit behind a computer and stream all day, power to you guys, but other people, yeah, bro, just get a job and stay out of trouble, bro.
Hey, man, shouts out to the 9-to-5ers, because we really the people that really keep this world moving.
That's true. Let's switch over to the music side of things. Chris Brown got arrested a few weeks back in London, or in the United Kingdom. Yeah. I think he had a couple shows out there for his European leg of his tour. I think he's starting over there. So my only thing with that is I get it. I know there's going to be some people that love Chris Brown no matter what, and there's going to be people that still have a bitter taste in their mouth because of him, as a result of the Rihanna incident. And I completely respect both sides. I'm not asking you to see him another way or view him in a certain way. But that incident happened, in 2009?
No, it happened like 2023, like 2 years ago.
No. I'm saying the Rihanna incident. Yeah. 2009, 2010. Mm-hmm. Dog, it's about to be almost 20 years since something happened. They were kids. I'm not saying like that was not a horrifying situation. That was not a bad situation. But dog, the man is almost 40 now? He's 35, 36. Yo, we have to kind of give him some type of grace. And the fucked up part about it for me as a Chris Brown fan is it's always when he's going on tour, doing something positive, or releasing music, or about to perform at a major show, all those allegations come back up. So clearly there's somebody out there that's targeting every time he's trying to be positive and come up with a smear campaign, man. I
have some thoughts about that. I don't consider it a target. I just consider it, bro, why don't you sit your ass down?
I mean, he has, I mean, he's not in jail and he's not running away from the law. No. So, and he's doing his job. He's performing, like he's booked over there to perform. People have bought tickets to see him perform.
All right, cool. I understand that. But Chris Brown, if you know that there is a sort of stigma on you for over a decade, almost 2 decades, if there's like a misconception about me, you know what I'm doing? I'm going to try my best any way, shape, or possible to try to prove people wrong. That's just, how about this?
But you can't spend the rest of your life begging for forgiveness when you've done the internal work yourself. Like,
But
he has to stop looking for validation at some point.
I hear you, but how about this?
He's not Martin Luther King. He's an R&B singer.
I understand that, but fam, you can't be getting the squabbles when you a millionaire.
Yeah, but we know how that shit goes because somebody from his camp could have threw a bottle, hit somebody, fight somebody. He's the bigger name.
Well, how about this? Be more fucking aware.
Okay, like, bro, I agree.
Let's keep it a buck, bro. It's like, keep in mind, we don't have a we not millionaires. We don't have a lot of money, and I have the brain power to be like, oh, I can't be with this nigga over here.
That's true.
And I'm not a millionaire, by the way. And I have a regular human brain saying that, oh, I know that I can't do this, I can't do that. Perfect example. Drake has this weird rumor that he's quote unquote a PDF. He's a pedophile. Mm-hmm. We all know Drake's not a fucking pedophile. But have you seen Drake take a picture with a fucking teenager ever since the allegation? No, because it's called being mentally fucking aware. How about this? Chris Brown, ever since the Rihanna shit, there's been spurts of you acting out. You get into fights with different artists. So how about this, bro? If you know that there is a sort of pattern, and we all know, I don't care what the fuck he says, he wants to do that Super Bowl. We're not stupid, bro. When you do like them world tours and there's a lot of videos coming out, we all know it's an audition for the Super Bowl.
Of course.
So how about this? If you know what you're aiming for, then how about try to keep a squeaky clean image? I understand that you're Chris Brown. You're always going to have a stalker. There's always going to be someone trying to test you. I get it. But, bro, you literally just have to sit your ass down for a period of time if you want, which we all know what you want.
Mm-hmm. But what do you say to the people that also view it as, we know what he's up against, so we're going to taunt him? So, for example, people lie all the time. So what's to stop the next woman from coming forward and fabricating a story? Or what's to stop for him to be minding his business with his crew in the club and somebody come around his section trying to get a picture and gets denied and start some shit and now they want to sue? So I think as a celebrity, you really can't control who files a civil suit against you or come up with anything because you're going to take the public hit every time. I just feel like people use this situation against them.
I understand.
Like, it's not like he's moving like Trey Songz, which we know how Trey Songz is out here moving. He's been better. Again, I'm not around him every day. I can't really speak on his personality and his character. But Chris Brown from 2012 and 2014 versus now is different because they have different goals. The nigga got 2 daughters and a son. I don't think he's trying to come outside and pick a fight with people.
No, I understand. And keep in mind, I'm a Chris Brown fan. I do think that if without the incident, I think he's probably one of the biggest artists ever to be alive. But all I'm saying is, bro, if you know there's some form of perception about you,
move more carefully is what you're saying. Okay. And the other thing too, what I never understood with that situation with that arrest is, if I know I'm going out of town, I mean, why did my management or my contacts from over there let me know that something is up against me?
You know, I thought about that. I thought about 2 things. It's either his team fucked up or his lawyers fucked up, or it's just arrogance. He's like, man, that shit ain't nothing. I'm still gonna go where the fuck I want.
Because I'm sure if there's a warrant out for your arrest, somebody is gonna contact you. Like, you Chris Brown, you're not some regular Joe from the United States. Exactly. Like, they would want that type of press. But he's out right now as we currently speaking, and he's carrying on with his tour. I just want him to again. We lost R. Kelly to the allegations. Like, his music is never gonna go away, but where he is as far as the king of R&B, it's a hard debate now because of everything that he's done. So Chris Brown is literally the Prince of Pop and damn near the second coming of a king of R&B, the closest that we might get to R. Kelly as far as accomplishment wise. So yeah, man, I just
see no headlines, any bad headlines of Chris Brown. I think if we don't see any bad headlines of Chris Brown for about 2 years, I think he's getting that Super Bowl gig. In my personal opinion,
I think he might fuck around and get it this year or the next year.
Not next year either.
Oh yeah, they might book they've been booking a lot of blacks, so they might book a white person.
Damn, she's black.
No. So we can call them whites. Anyway, I'm not even on some racist shit. I was just saying. I know. But yeah, man, we want the best for Chris Brown. I want to go see him when he come down here to. I think he's supposed to come down here in July,
It's about that time concert era.
Concert season.
Summer. Lil Wayne coming down here. Chris Brown coming down here.
Low key, I want to go see Jeezy is doing a TM 101 live with an orchestra on June 27th. I want to go to that one. It's a Friday night, black and white affair, small venue in Miami. I like that gangster shit. I definitely want to go out there and fucking enjoy that shit.
With your glass of wine. Red
wine. That shit gonna hit. Well, what else we got? I think we got Gunna covers up his YSL tattoo. Why is that news? Why as men we analyzing another man's body to figure that out? I don't know. That was kind of weird to me, but
now my personal take on it, like, obviously we get it. It's not even a rumor. Gunna and Thug are not rocking right now. My personal opinion.
I don't know that.
It's pretty evident. It's pretty evident they're not right.
At least publicly, for the in the public eye.
But all I'm saying is, like, and obviously, like, Young Thug has been throwing like slight shots in his music to like Gunna. Now I think Gunna is doing what he's supposed to do. Like, he's literally just making music, just getting fly,
working out,
staying out the way. But Young Thug, if I had to give you any form of advice or really quick advice, don't worry about Gunna. Just focus on yourself, because I know math. I'm a creator. Your album was supposed to come out, 2 months ago? Mm-hmm. Nothing came out, because you know what that tells me? The label hasn't found that hit yet. Focus on making that hit, and then so the people can, obviously people still rock with Young Thug, but you have to literally make your name like a household name again, because a lot of people are already kind of doubting. He's like, this man can't throw up no gang songs. He can't talk about gang shit, this and that. So they're already doubting you. So just stay in the lab, focus on your music, don't worry about Gunna, because Gunna gonna be fine, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why it's so important, but again, if we was hit with a RICO, like, I'm gonna try to change my life to move far away from that as possible. But I don't know. Like I said, everybody should go in their respective corners, focus on the music, which is what we've been saying for years. My problem with Gunna since the beginning, and people could quote me on this, is an integrity issue. It's not a music issue. My thing is, you've been protected by YSL members. You know this was a gang. You know the shit that we were doing besides the music. You were aware of that. You benefited from it. When I was throwing money in the club, you was right by me. Making millions, you right by me. Gifting each other cars on IG Live. You know, you enjoy the fruits of this bullshit just to go in court and denounce it. Again, save your ass if you have to. You got a family. You got kids to feed. I just did not like that part. But other than that, he makes fire music. I don't have a personal vendetta.
There's no paperwork that he snitched. There's literally no paperwork.
I mean, if you could sign certain deals that could seal that and make that go away.
Bro, we all have these 1090 Jakes. Every nigga's gonna go on. Everything's on the internet, bro. There is no paperwork that he snitched. Literally.
I mean, again, I'm saying,
I've seen y'all hood niggas listen to Gunna again, by the way.
I could see a world to protect him to not get hurt or get touched. They might bury that type of evidence. Because, again, the feds are known to give niggas immunity deals. Hey, snitch on him, and we're going to just make this go away, and you're going to be protected from getting all charges. Like, they gave one to Kelsey, and that's what Tory Lanez is still battling right now. Because he wanted to stay P and not snitch on a girl. But, again, like I said, it's
fake hate.
Give me the fucking music. I don't care about the street shit. You know, y'all should have been left that behind when y'all start getting successful at the music shit anyway. So, yeah, I mean, that's my stance on it.
So, on my Instagram, there is a lot of sad Knicks fans. I don't know why, because I think the Knicks had a really good year.
Yes.
But it just, like, was a failure at the end of the day because you lost to the fucking Pacers.
I mean, they reached something they haven't reached in 25 years. It's an accomplishment.
Exactly. So, my thing is with the Knicks is, like, and obviously, I don't know if you guys have been living under a rock, but the Knicks have fired coach Tom Thibodeau. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we literally recording the day they announced it, so I'm pretty sure by the time it comes out, they probably are going to find their new coach. Mm-hmm. But my stance on just, like, firing Tibbs is that, like, I get it. He's a really good coach. I understand that you should be rewarded for, like, bringing the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals first time in 25 years. I get it. But getting into real basketball talk, Tibbs, you don't play your bench. The one win that made sense where it's like, oh, I see why they won is because Jalen Brunson and Cat and Josh Hart were literally in foul trouble. So he literally had to freaking play his bench. And you guess what? Your defense is better. You know why? Because your starters are rested.
That's true.
You literally have to, like, play your bench. So what I would say is like with the Knicks, like if I had to make any adjustments, I would find any way, shape, or form to try to get Giannis on the Knicks. That's Gary's opinion.
I agree. And again, I think you got to use what's in your toolbox. You can only use you can only use what's inside of your toolbox. So this is the first time they got to that point. Yeah. They never been there before. Again, how can you prepare for something that you've never done? You can do the best you can. You know, you could train, you could develop plays and do the whole nine, but them lights get bright. You feel me? Knicks fans are annoying. They have a lot of expectations. They spend a lot of money. They're obnoxious. They're loud. So it's like, so you got the fans wanting this shit to work out. You got the home office on your ass as a coach and as a GM to make sure you make the right decisions. And then you still got to go home to your wife or your kids that's stressing you out. So again, I think it's a lot of pressure on all ends. I think they had a good run. I would love to see somebody like Ime Udoka that took nice. Like that kind of helped build the Celtics team and kind of took them from where they were to the team that they are now. I would love to see him on the Knicks.
If the bag is right, he would lead the Rockets, even though he brought Rockets to the second season.
I mean, Ime Udoka, when you get to New York, you cannot fuck the player's girlfriend.
Allegedly.
You cannot fuck the owner's wife. But if you could keep your dick in your pants and take us to glory, it would be cool.
If we haven't heard an allegation in Houston, I think he's okay in New York.
Houston is a different monster for real. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't think he deserved to be fired. I mean, he took them to the conference finals like 2 years in a row for the last 4 years.
He's winning at the end of the day. He's still getting paid his $30 million.
I get it, but it's just like I think these when these organizations fire these coaches is to make a statement like, hey, we heard you. You making me seem like I was the problem. Like I was not on the court. The only thing I could do is do my best with these multi-millionaires that got ego that's running around here thinking like they hot shit. Bro, you know how hard it is to talk to a stubborn person, let alone a stubborn rich person that makes more than you?
1,000%. So,
dog, it's tough, bro, to be able to lead these fucking divas to a fucking finals. But again, power to the Knicks, man. I mean, I enjoy watching them because I love the New York fanfare. They act like they're better than everybody, and I just like that New York energy. Like I love that shit.
Their championship was beating Boston. That was literally their championship.
Yeah. I mean, they long-time rivals, so I could see why that's a win. A win is a win. One of the topics that I've been wanting to talk about for the last few weeks, and we're going to close out with that, is over the years, you know, obviously they see the chemistry on camera. Yeah. They know we friends behind the scenes, but a lot of people don't understand some of the fights we get, like when we doing pre-production on just making it here to record, and just things that we talk about man to man on a friendship level as well. Exactly. Like, I just wanted to talk about what are some things that you've learned to accept from me over the years, and what are some things, and I'm gonna in return talk about some things I've learned to accept from you.
I don't know which way that's going, but sure. But
This is just to give the people an insight in our dynamic, because it's not always peachy. But again, we're not some bitch ass niggas that's gonna go to Instagram and air each other out. We don't fight like women.
I'll even talk about the conversation we had literally yesterday.
Okay.
I just like how Cheech is. Like, Cheech wants to get the job done. I get it. But I was literally telling Cheech, is like, hey, just saying, like, I think you're spending like a little too much money on how we prep for the show, I would say sometimes. Okay. Because you talked about how like you're paying for two apps to try to like learn how to like edit like the clips and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you don't really have to do that. You just have to learn one, go on YouTube, and you have to literally figure out and go to like YouTube school to try to do it. Mm-hmm. It'll save you some money. But what I learned about Cheech as well is that like Cheech will go broke being bougie. Cheech will go broke being bougie. And the last thing I would say is regarding to that is that like Cheech right now, if you guys don't know, that like Cheech is like on the look on just getting like a new updated laptop.
Yes.
Correct. And I was telling Cheech is like, oh, I want the latest MacBook, this and that. He's telling me all the features he wants, and it's like that's running about $3,000. Keep in mind, all Cheech does on this laptop is watch the Joe Budden podcast, watch our podcast, and listen to music. You can do that on $100 laptop.
That's true. But like I told him, I think if I have an iPhone, I have AirPods, I have everything Apple. It would be crazy to just have something else. Again, that's the bougie side of me speaking. But
Cheech, just so you can so the people can know like how Cheech is with technology. Because granted, we're the same age, but sometimes he be acting like an old nigga with technology sometimes. We were watching the Joe Budden podcast one day. Keep in mind, you on his laptop when there is a 60-inch flat screen TV right in front of us. So I'm like, yo, you're not gonna mirror it? And he's like, what do you mean? Let's watch it on my screen. You know, you can just put the Bluetooth. You can go on the TV.
I didn't know that at the time.
He was like, oh, nigga, what?
I did not. I did not have that reaction.
It's like a caveman bringing on fire. Oh my God, 4K.
I mean, I'm very old school with my phone.
Yes, that's one thing. You are very old school.
Yeah, so I text, I call. I'm just now getting into the hip with FaceTime, and I'm only doing it because of women. I'm calling you and I'm texting you. That's it. I'm not really like technologically savvy when it comes to
found out about the voice note. Forgot how to pick up a phone call.
Oh yeah, the voice note has been my shit. I am gonna leave you a 4-minute voice note, but
just talking to himself.
But I think what makes me and Gary's relationship work is he keeps us grounded, because I'm usually the delusional guy that picture this to where it could be versus where it is. Gary has to give me the stats in real time and be like, well, Cheech, this is where we are now. We're not here yet to do X, Y, and Z. So I'm usually like the dreamer, you know. I'm picturing this bigger in my head than what it is. And I tend to do that with every project I start to work on. So you definitely keep me, in a sense, grounded when it comes to that. How do I say this? You're not a pessimist. You're not a pessimist, but you're not as optimistic as me when it comes to a lot of things. You more so, hey, the numbers say this, it's this. But I read things differently because I see impact, I see influence. And these are things that, you know, Gary is going to feel later when he starts going outside more. But sometimes, like, we live in a city that won't give you the love, but they'll copy everything you do. And to me, when I'm seeing people around me copy things that we're doing, it's like, oh, you're paying attention. You won't give me the props, but you're going to go and repeat everything I've done as the blueprint. So,
and even a quick difference, like with just the two of us, say if like a sneaker's coming out, Cheech is not calling any sneaker store. He's just driving all around Palm Beach to every sneaker store possible to see if the shoe is there. Me, I'm calling every sneaker store to make sure the size is there. Then I do
that for a reason, because niggas be lying. They be backdooring shit, and it's like sometimes you slip a nigga an extra 20. Yes, I really feel like money gets the job done sometimes. Like, you give the nigga the right bag, magically he's able to do everything. But I think the only thing I would say I learned to accept that was the toughest thing for me to accept when it comes to you is like my philosophy with Gary is, let's try everything. Something is bound to work because we're young. We're never going to be this age again. You know, you're about to get married, but thankfully there's no kids yet. There's no major responsibilities. Let's do everything. Let's throw everything out the wall. Something is bound to work because we're actively pursuing this. Gary, on the other hand, Gary is like, no, let's pick one idea and perfect that idea, develop on that idea. And I'm like, yeah, but that's just one idea when we can work on 30 different things, and hopefully whatever gives us more return, we can just focus on that one. But that's something I'm learning to accept. That's just part of his personality. And that's because he's more calculated, perhaps. He's more guarded than me, but yeah, I'm definitely the risk taker. Like, I want to do all that shit for sure. What do you go by, man? I go by the name of Cheech, a.k.a. the risk taker, a.k.a. let's try everything. AKA Mr. Old School. Yeah, man, this was very refreshing. Like as a nigga pod, I like it. I enjoy this.
And I go by the name of Gary, aka Aim Gary Trust, aka Mr. Sneaker Convo, aka it's good to be good at a lot of things, but are you a master of anything?
That was a shot. I'm gonna let you stop. Hey, yeah, man, we are. These are the aesthetics.
We'll see y'all next time.